better. There we go. That looks better. I'm sure I'll be able to get that in there. Let's see. Might have to turn it a little bit. That in there. There we go. How about now? That looks a lot better on my screen. Not all grainy and such. All messages. All right. Let's turn the gimbal back on. See what we get. No? On gimbal. Let's see what happens. Let's see. The old girl. Oh. There we go. Now, oh yeah. Now let's see what happens. See if it'll find me. I don't think it's going to. Stupid hood's in the way. Oh yeah, look at that, huh? Classic. Seems to lose track of me though. Let me stop it. Turn it to where I'll be. And we will give it the old OK sign there. See what happens. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good enough angle for you guys. All right. Let's see if it sees me all the way over here. I'm just sticking around. So, like I said, I had a grainy live stream there, and I had to restart my live stream. But so I had this thing running, got the carburetor straightened out and such last night, which is fine. Had it running, warming it up, purging the cooling system, and then I saw and heard something dripping. And I looked down, like, oh no, I got a coolant leak, thinking the water pump was leaking. No, it's a fuel pump. Fuel pump was just blowing fuel out of the side of it. So I had to go all the way across town to get a dang fuel pump. Let's see if it'll pick me up all the way over here. There we go. So now this thing should follow me around. That's cool. Yeah, it's good now, yeah? I got my mic on too, so you should be able to hear me. So now you need to put a fuel pump on this thing. Yay, me. So I like doing live streams because it will track my hours. So I'm going to need a line wrench and we need a flathead screwdriver. Yeah. That hood's kind of in the way. Yep, that hood's in the way. It's not seeing me. What's up, that classic car guy? Mr. Hickman, sir. Happy Saturday. Sir, indeed. Happy Saturday. There you go. Come on, find me. I'm over here. I'm over here, Mr. Gimbal. Hello. Hello, Mr. Gimbal. Hey, come on. A little more. A little more. Stabilizes the picture output. Oh, okay. It's not doing too good of a job now because it's just like back and forth trying to find me. Let's see if I can get my little noggin down here. Hey, buddy. No? No? Yeah, well, you can't expect too much for $35. So, like I was saying, dang fuel pump decided to pump its last bit of fuel. I put up a short of that too. Oh, Grand National showing Panona. This guy sends the text to screen. Playback shows comments in video. Oh, yeah. Well, if I use my phone for everything, I can do that. If I use my laptop, I can do that. If I use YouTube Studio, I can do that. But every time I try to use YouTube Studio on my phone to live stream, I can't get back to it for some reason. Even if I schedule it, it won't let me get back to it. Oh boy, that's not good, is it? Let me get a wrench. Yeah, that gimbal is just all confused. Let me just stop it and get you the angle that you need. I do not watch NASCAR. It's a little unsturdy. It's not very sturdy. It rocks a good bit too. Grab a wrench. So maybe if the hood wasn't in the way, I'm sure it would be fine. But the dang hood's in the way. So it can't see me walk in front of the car, and then it gets lost. It gets lost and doesn't know what to do. Oh. Kind of got a feeling. Oh, nope. Wow. All right. Cool. It is getting windy and it is getting cold. So I reckon we're going to get some of that 10, 20 degree weather that they're yakking about. That should be a 9/16. And it is. Okay. The Grand National. I'm assuming it's like Buick Grand Nationals. some big car show, I'm sure. John Hickman lives in California, and he has a pretty sweet channel himself where he works on a lot of really amazing cars. And if you want to see some really amazing stuff, you check out John Hickman's channel uh, and get you an eye full of the amazing stuff that he does out of his shop. You know, you want to see builds that are 100 plus thousand, you go to his channel. You'll see them at every turn. I like his stuff. Good editor too. Does a lot of good editing. Live streams, he has not mastered that yet. Seems to have connection problems. But other than that, it's a damn good channel. I enjoy watching his stuff just because I'm like, man, if I had money, I'd probably do it exactly like that, but somehow it wouldn't be as cool. What am I looking for? Where's it at? Oh, right in front of me. Crikey. Yeah, John's got a lot of nice stuff. Really nice stuff. What's up, Hoppy? Moon Wrench, what is up? I gotta change the fuel pump. The fuel pump decided to live its last life right here in the garage. I'm glad it did it here and not while he was driving it home, because it probably would have burned this car to the absolute ground. So I was idling it, purging the cooling system, and I was standing here watching for bubbles and such, and looked down and saw a puddle. And I was like, "No, the water pump's leaking." So I leaned over, and where the weep hole is on the fuel pump, it was just pumping a stream of fuel out, just blowing it everywhere. So I had to go across town and get a new fuel pump. Wow, that one's actually tight. All right. That thing. So right here is a weep hole, right? So when the diaphragm blows, fuel will start blowing out of this weep hole, which is like a squirt gun. And this is an old school fuel pump that's got a filter built in and everything. It's really cool. Somebody tried to change it and dented the crap out of it, as well as put a lot of orange silicone on it. But that's what was happening. It was blowing it out of this weep hole and hitting the face of the block. And now I get to change it. I can fix this fuel hose now because it was stupid long and at a really bad angle. The only thing that sucks is that I'm going to have to cut the nipple off of the metal line. Oh, no, I don't have to, do I? Nope, I don't. No, I do, because that one, yeah, the new pump doesn't have threaded ends. It's just pushed in male push-in fittings. It's not threaded. Oh, well. I have some old brass fittings to add to my collection. So at one time in its life, somebody decided to spray paint this. Which is neat. An evacuation pump. I mean, if you had a cam, I don't know. A lot of people don't understand how mechanical fuel pumps work, but so here, let me whip you around. There we go. I turned the gimbal off. So on your cam, on your cam, you have what's called an eccentric, and it bolts to the front of your camshaft, and it rotates egg-shaped, right? And as it rotates, it pushes this lever down, which, you know, you get the old plunger effect. And then here's a diaphragm. So once the diaphragm blows, it'll start blowing fuel out of this hole because fuel is getting in here instead of being sucked up. It's getting sucked up and then put into this cavity. So it's good times. But if you were to try to use this for an evacuation pump, you would have to come up with some kind of mechanism to push this lever up and down. You know, maybe if you mounted it and put like a window motor and made it so that it was egg shaped, and as you power that window motor on and the egg comes around, it would push this lever down. But this spring in here is stout. It's not, you know, you can't push this. You can't push that down with your hand very easily. So whatever you mount this to, and whatever you do up here, it's going to have to be stout. So, but you can see where they tried to take it off to change the filter, and they dented it all to pieces. Yes, this is the same car. This is the 59 Galaxy. That was a Mecum car. Yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, I guess you probably could, but you probably. Here, let me get you a little better. So that spring is way back here. That spring is way back here. And I know you can't see in there, and I don't have my flashlight, but way back in there is that spring. So, I mean, if you cut the top off and pop the spring out, you probably could. It'd be kind of cool. Be kind of cool is you guys remember, some of you guys are old enough to know this, but if you remember the old water pumps out on the farm, you had to sit there and pump it to pull water up out of the well. If you could make you a stick figure guy out of used parts and had his arm be mechanical to where it was just pumping, you could probably do that with that. You have a good day, Mr. Hickman, sir. What up, Jay? All right, let's get prepped here. Put the new pump on. So what sucks about this new pump is that they don't give you the threaded ends anymore. They just give you slip-ons. But it comes with a new filter and everything, new gaskets and such. That's a M6676. I was surprised that I was able to find this locally and I didn't have to have it mail ordered. Let me get you back over there where the business is going to take place. And oh, that's a nice illustration. So just in case, I'm pretty sure you understand what the hell I'm talking about, but there's a little illustration that shows you exactly what I'm talking about. If you look, there's your illustration. So you see your camshaft and how it sits on the leg there. So as the cam rotates, see how the center hole is offset. So as the cam rotates at eccentric, it pushes down on the arm and pumps the fuel. Show us a close-up before? What you talking about? What close-up do you want to see, dude? What's the push on? Oh, the nipples that the fuel. Here, let me grab a new one, and I'll show you the old one. So let me spin you back around, get you over here to the business side of things. All right. Yeah. So this is the old one. You see how it's got screw on for the. So you've got a screw in with a barb, right? Slip on rubber, and then here you have a threaded in steel line. So the new pump just has slip on rubber hose fitting. I'm sure you could pull that out and tap that housing. I'm not getting paid to do that. If it were mine, I probably would do it. So that's the difference. Yeah, this Yolanzi TT23, it's a little unstable. I definitely wouldn't have it outside in the wind by any means, because it tends to rock just by itself. So if you try to put this fuel pump in, and that eccentric is pushing down on this lever, you will fight and struggle, because that is a hell of a spring in there, like I said before. So if you slip this in and it goes in nice and straight and smooth, you're golden. But if you try to slip it in and you feel that eccentric pushing down on this, you're going to want to bump your motor over so you can just go straight in with it. You don't want to have to pry, and you don't want to use your bolts to pull that thing in, because you break an ear off one of these super easy. And this was the only one in my area within 60 miles. So that being said, let's not break it. I'm going to slip it in here, just see where my eccentric is. And if I need to rotate the engine, I shall do so. Oh, look at that. Uh-huh. The cool thing is you can fit your timing chain in there too. And it is, it's sloppy, but I don't have to rotate the engine over. So that's cool. I'll just clean those surfaces up, and we'll put this puppy back on. But it's it's Saturday. I did not go to work today. I should have for the overtime, but that alarm clock went off at 5. It's not something that I'm mandatory have to do. It's something that I probably should have done finance wise, but I did not, because I'm fat and I'm lazy, and I haven't had a good night's sleep in a while. So let's get this all worked up. Do I need ATF fluid for a great price for the trans or the future jobs? Negative, Ghost Rider. Negative. Only thing that takes automatic transmission fluid would be the F-150. Everything else takes synchro mesh. My car, the wife's car, will be taking synchro mesh. I noticed that the video is a bit behind, which is weird. So I will probably pause a few times and let the video catch up with what I'm talking about. It's like any sealing surface. You want it clean and you want it dry. Brake clean is a great way to do that. You want all that oil residue off. You don't want any chunks of gasket, any of that crap. Oh, my Lanta. Inside of that timing cover looks just as bad as the valve cover did. There ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. This is a 74,000 mile car. No way in hell. Maybe 174,000 miles, but ain't no 74,000 miles. I don't think there's a person around that would argue that fact with me right now if they're seeing what I'm seeing. All right, flashlight. Not fucking with my emotions. Spray those bolt holes out. I'll wipe this back down. The only good thing about that fuel spraying out is now the front of the engine is nice and clean. Much better than the brake clean did, that's for sure. If I miss your comments, it's because they disappear on the TV screen. I can't keep up with them sometimes. Boy, that wind is just a whipping. Just a whipping out there. We're supposed to get 20 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts today, which is driving in all that cold weather from the Gulf. And I don't think we're going to see flurries here, but you know, if you're on the Gulf side, you're going to see some places that supposedly are already seeing it, but it's definitely cold. Definitely getting cold out there, because it was t-shirt and shorts this morning when I woke up. I walked outside in damn t-shirt and was like, man, it's nice out. That did not last very long. Carolina got snow, 10 feet. I doubt that. They might have got a foot. It is definitely windy out there. I'm sure y'all can hear my garage door rattling. 10 degrees. Okay. Yeah, that I believe, because it's supposed to get 10 degrees to 20 degrees. 10 degrees. So I'm in the middle of the state. So where I'm at is like the split. So I'm either going to get 10 degrees or I'm going to get 20 degrees, which is cold. Very cold. Now, what the hell am I looking for? Oh, yeah. Need a little bit of schmort. I would just put that gasket on dry, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. Not that sealing surface. Got some stuff. Just gotta find it. Let's see, is this still got a little bit of usable in it? Oh, absolutely. 70 degrees, yeah. Jesus Christ, Ralph, where do you live at, man? Arctic, North Dakota? Negative 24 degrees? Frick. Man. No, I've had some cold weather. I've sat through a bunch of it, but like I said, a little much there, but I've been here for almost 6 years now, and my blood's done thinned out too much. And somebody's out there chopping trees in all this wind. Hear a chainsaw going. I do not envy you right now. Wow. Where did Ralph say you lived at? I missed it. It's cold here again today. I missed where you said you lived at, but it went past me. All right. I got a little skim on that. Just a dab will do you. And a tent. All right. Lower Michigan. All right. Oh, ice fishing, yeah. That's cool. That's something I've always wanted to do. Ice fishing. I think it'd be pretty cool. You know, as long as you're catching something besides a cold, I think it'd be pretty neat. Oh. My arms were just a little longer. Oh, come on. There you go. Now, where does that go? Don't mind the snow, but I hate the cold. 4 feet of snow on the ground. Western New York. Huh. Well, I guess I'll call my brother and see how the heck he's doing. My brother lives in Plattsburgh. Ooh. Wow. Sounds like wind trying to tear my damn garage door down. Jinkies. Well, I don't want to run that up with the cordless. I'm going to run it up by hand. Oh, you've been? Yeah. Yeah, I drove up. Yeah, it's probably been 20 years now. being such a cunt now. Came out nice. I guess that's the difference between factory and aftermarket. Let's get a little hands on with the wrench here. It's not feeling too happy with that. Why is that not feeling too? I guess that explains why they had so many washers on it. That's bottomed, and that bolt is still loose. That explains all the washers. Okay. Guess the housing on this one is a little more narrow than the housing on the old one. Big deal. Quite the long bolt for that too. What I'm working on is a 59 Galaxy. There we go. It's got the Continental package on the back, if you know what a Continental package is. But it's 59 Galaxy. And such. So what I'm doing is putting on a new fuel pump, which is right in there. Yeah, it's a sharp looking car, but it is in really bad shape. It does video very well. I will say that. It does video very well. If you know what a 3 on the tree is, it is a 3 on the tree car. No, I don't follow anybody that does the Bonneville flats. Hopefully I don't lose any screens out of my lanai. It's gonna suck. I don't lose no damn screens. Be nice if I had a shorter bolt for this. Oh, do I have a shorter? It looks like I do. Just don't know if it's too short. This one looks like it's too long. That was the same length. That one is about not too bad. Let's see if that'll fit in there. Tighten up. Let's see. Don't even try, dude. Don't even try. Oh, yeah. That'll work. Oh, no, it won't. Okay. Now I know why that bolt was so long. Okay. Put that back in there. Give me that. I tell you, I hate stuff like this sometimes. Working on somebody else's junk, because you know somebody's been there, and you know they did some half-ass shit to make it work, and all it's going to do is screw you. And this is what this is doing. Yeah. Makes me nervous. Yeah. All right. Whew. I was getting a little nervous there with that bolt. Sorry, I was way up close to the microphone for that. So that goes all the way through. Well, that was such a... I guess I was probably, running over a big thread, I guess. All right. Got that on there. Now I just need to shorten one fuel hose and rig up another one. Man, look at my bald head. Good God. I think it's just time to shave my fucking head. I don't know why I'm holding on to it anymore. I don't even know why I'm holding on to it anymore. That needs to be shortened. That needs to be shortened by about 2 inches. No big deal. Take care of that one. Ugh. I hate the fact that I started losing my hair. I was all right with it turning gray. When it started falling out, that's when it really started bugging me. Yeah, that should work. A little brake clean lube on the nipple. Maybe. I done went through 2 cases of brake clean on this car. Come on. Get on there. Don't be scared now. I'm fixing you. Costs less on shampoo. I don't even use shampoo anyway. I use bar soap. I use bar soap when I wash my face. Just use the bar soap. Damn, it sucks being short. Let me get myself a little height advantage here. Probably the damn reason my hair fell out. Using Dove. Maybe I got a lawsuit. A little more. There you go. That's a good lass. That's a good lass. Okay. That one's on. Get that hose clamp on there. Maybe. Sorry if I'm breathing right into the microphone. I don't mean to. There you go. There you go. What'd you do with my screwdriver? Yeah? There, right in front of me. Right in front of me. Okay. I hate leaning on these fenders. No, I'm gonna dent one of them anytime now. Just want to get this thing out of here. We got better stuff to work on. All right. Now for this little piggy. This little piggy. That line's already got a nice little kink in it too. Let's do. I don't want to use all rubber hose for this, so I think what we're gonna do, nip the end off. It's already kinked over too from somebody fucking with it. Probably shouldn't have been fucking with it. Come on. Come on. A little more. There you go. All right. Yeah. A little bit of kink in there. Not the good kind of kink either. All right. What car is this? The Odintinator? All right, I'm gonna call you Theo. Theo, this is a 59 Galaxy. Big car. 22 foot long. Land yacht. All right. I'll nip the end of this off with the doodad. That is not right there. Where is it? Oh, jeez Louise, that's twice already. Something's right in front of my face and I totally miss it. Kind of makes me want to cut that one off too. Just because it looks goofy with the ferrule on there. Boy, that wind is whipping. Now I need a clamp-opotamus. One clamp-opotamus. Oh, and of course, those clamps are Phillips. And where is 8mm? Where did my 1/4mm feeder go? There it is. Nope, that ain't the one. I don't know what size that is. 7/32. I shouldn't even be in this row. What's going on here? What is this one? Nope. That ain't the one either. Where'd my 1/4" go? Yeah, I probably lost in the engine somewhere. It'll be alright. Is everybody having a good Saturday? Mine's not going too bad. Other than the sheer disappointment of the Fuel pump taking a crap. I don't know if I lost my live stream or not. Let's see. No, maybe 48 of you watching. Hey, thanks everybody. Appreciate you. You just stopping by. Stop by, see what's happening. Appreciate you. Yeah, that video is running way behind. Wow, way behind. All right. Let's get you back in your home place here. There. And you. Let's see. I'll shorten you up a bit, huh? I'll shorten you up a bit. My razor blade go. There you are. Tell you, sometimes I think I'd lose my pecker if it wasn't attached. All right. One clamping doodad. We'll slip this on here. Hopefully. Maybe. Well. Oh, yeah. Let's see. How are we looking? Oh, yeah. None too shabby. None too shabby. Oh, dumbass. Kind of bend that out a little bit. Didn't quite like it right there. Let's see. Yeah. You need to. Yeah, that's not. No. Dummy. Let's see. Need to make a change here. I think I need to. Trying to keep as much of this metal line as I can. So I really don't like running a whole lot of rubber line because that's, 2 foot rubber hose. Just too much liability with that. So shorter pieces of rubber hose is much better than running a long one. But what's happening right this second is it's just kinking over the feed line. That's what it's doing. That's supposed to run like that. Let's see. If I bring this up here and there, like that. I have to go a little longer than the one I want. Well, I might just need to do a little something extra. Maybe add a bend to this. Let's see. There, it's already, metal line's already kinked right there. It kind of sucks. That helped very little with that. So I need to go back a little bit. Just softening that bend up a little bit. That's all I'm doing. You're not missing anything. Go back on there. Now you. Okay. All right. Now see that. Oh, yeah. Reaching the point on that. It's not much better than what it was. Let's see. There. Oh, jinkies. Yeah. There. I think I might just make a whole damn new one. Let's see. Might just make a whole new one. 22 degrees with 25, 30 mile an hour wind chills. Yeah, dude, the wind is ramping up here. It is ramping up and it is cooling down. You probably hear the wind blowing my garage doors around. It is definitely windy. And it's supposed to get down into the teens. We actually turned the damn heat on in the house. Kind of wish my fireplace wasn't capped off. I hadn't had a log fire in a long, long time. Okay, let's see. So I just straightened that bend up, right? So I just straightened that bend out of that. I'm gonna reshape this to get it to work for what I want it to do. I really don't think I have anything that I can use. Maybe I do. It looks too small though. Please hold. Yeah, dude. I was in shorts and t-shirt yesterday. Maybe I got something. What size is that? Oh, it's a little too small. Story of my life. Oh well. I know I've got some bigger tubing. Just a matter of which tote is it in. Which tote could it be in? Is probably the better question. Like I said, I don't want to have to put too much rubber line on this, but I may end up being forced to put more than I want. If I even had some. Transmission cooler. This is, what the frick is this? It looks pretty neat though. It should be fuel. And I'd have put a piece of braided on this motherfucker. Put a piece of braided PTFE on here. Get creative. Yeah, weather's definitely weird, dude. Definitely weird. Let's straighten this up. There. I might have to go digging in my totes and get me another piece and get rid of this one. It's already got a lot of kinks in it from somebody making it work before, and it's getting to the point where it should probably just be replaced. But now, let's see, there to there. And that needs to come up a little, like that. This needs to go a little that way. Ooh, easy does it. Easy does it, Bubba. Let's see. There. Like again. That. Right. There. Like that. It ain't pretty. It definitely ain't pretty, but it'll work. Yeah, it'll work. It'll do what it needs to do. And that is definitely not the right size. I hate aftermarket stuff sometimes. You know, you got your standard stuff that you're used to, you know, quarter, 5/16, and then some overseas company makes it, and then they make the dang in smaller. Like quarter wasn't small enough. Let's drop it down to, you know, 4.5 millimeters. Where did that? Oh, that's way back there. Whoop. I know somebody's messaging me. Want to live stream? I can't see your messages. What up, good time? What's kicking, chicken? Yeah. YouTube notifications. What is kicking, man? Pilot J, what's up? You guys watching me work on this old hoopty? Appreciate you. Do 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 do. Do da do da. Back this car out and set it on fire. Do da do da. Burn it to the ground. Oh da do da day. We were joking last night about how this car was Christine. I've been waiting all day for it to turn its headlights on and smoke up the interior, you know, tint its own windows, and then renew itself in a beautiful red color. Gee golly, that zipper. wish I had taken my Mustang out to the parts store earlier. There's one of those, what is it, Audi something or other with a big wing on it. Kind of looks like a Lamborghini. Going down the road, burbling. So I was in my car, I chased that fool down. Got the shit out of him. Come on. Jinkies. There we go. Right as rain. All right. Let's clean this stuff off of the fender. And we will fire this back up. Check for leaks and such. See where we end up. Boy, it looks like that sun's peeping just a little bit out there. That's cool. Warm our garage up a little bit. How did the oil come up? Oh, dude, I cleaned the crap out of it, man. It came out flawlessly. I did a short of it where I panned over top of the engine, and I want to say I added them both. I wanted to say I did the before and after. I panned over the engine, and you could see it all cleaned up. I soaked the rocker lever and rockers in Purple Power and air gunned them and stuff. Hopefully I didn't knock anything loose that's going to cause a problem, but everything came out really nice. Yeah, all right, yeah. So we'll see. Man, you guys hear? Can y'all hear my garage door rattling, or is my microphone toning that out for you? Oh, yeah. Well, there's a lot of shops that probably would have taken this on, and he would have been paying out of the butt for this. It's not even supposed to go there. Anyway. Well, I think I got everything tight. Let's see if I put my fuel pump on right. If I didn't, well, I'll have to take it back apart. I guess that's why they give you 2 gaskets. You don't get it on the first try, pal. Do it again. Let's see if we can't get some fuel. Anything left in there? Oh, yeah. That one squirter. I was going to take this out. I was going to take that squirter out. If any of you guys are carburetor guys, that one squirter on the passenger side of this carburetor is like spraying straight out. It's instead of down to the venturi, it's spraying straight out across the venturi and such. But this car will never see quarter throttle anyway. Let's see what happens. Oh, choke stayed open for me. Blah, 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 blah. Said fucking thing, wow. I'm gonna open this door before I die. Carbon monoxide, the killer. Oh yeah, listen to it, man. purr like a freaking kitten. It's just upsetting that it's such a hot mess. Oh yeah. It took it took about 3 minutes of runtime for that pump to start blowing fuel out of it. I'm gonna let it run. I gotta purge it anyway. I'm gonna let it run. Temperature gauge is pegged all the way over to hot. It can't get any further past hot. So I've been using my infrared gun to see the temperature. And I had it running earlier, about a half an hour, and it was at 116 degrees, which is great. But from a customer standpoint, if I'm in the car and my temperature gauge is woo all the way over, I'm going to panic and think my car is overheating. But it runs really well, honestly, for the amount of sludge that's in it. It runs really well. I just hate to see what's in the oil pan. Spark plugs look like crap too. I pulled number one out to run it up. It's top dead center to reset that distributor and stuff, and to pull the plug out. The oil file, fuel file, it looked like crap. But that looks good though. We're not leaking anywhere. Not yet. The intake seals are holding up. That's a plus. You guys remember when I brought this in, that carburetor was constantly just dumping fuel. That's fixed. When I fired it up the other day, when I fired it up yesterday, fuel filled up the bowl and was blowing out of the vent tube. Like, holy shit. And I figured that out. What happened, because we went live for a little while yesterday, so what happened, the seat, so you got the needle and then the seat, right? So the seat has an O-ring on it, and that O-ring was flat and hard as a rock. So broke it off and put a new O-ring on it and stuck it back together. It was like, let's try it. Fire it up and cool. Took my sight screws out for the bowl and give a car a old shake. Boom. Golden. And then I had to move the return spring to the front of the carburetor because the return spring was hooked back here at the back, which is great when you went, when you gave it throttle, it would return it, but it wasn't pulling it all the way back. So it was idling at about 1,000 RPM. And I pushed on the throttle and got it to idle down. I was like, all right, I see what's up. So I just made a little bracket, quick little bracket deal, and hooked the spring to the front so it's pulling it back down, and I was able to idle the car back up to where it needs to be. So that took care of that problem too, which is good. Might have to take my flag down. But it's looking good. It's looking real good. It's nice. Real nice. Part of me wants to really dig into this car, and the other part of me does not. Woo-hoo-hoo. Listen to that. 165 horsepower. It's awesome. Awesome. Now let's see what else starts leaking. See what else starts leaking. I said, I told the customer, I said, dude, it's going to snowball. And it did. We did this, and then the fuel pump went out. Looks like it's got a relatively new water pump on it. So, what's next? Timing cover. Needs a new timing chain for sure. But I'm surprised. Because the amount of play that's in that is ridiculous. Nathan, what up? And I bypassed the heat riser because the heat riser had pinholes in it because the coolant passes through. So it comes in and goes around the throttle plate, the heat riser plate, and comes out the back side. And it was leaking coolant in. So I just bypassed it and capped it off. The caps are kind of redundant, but I did it anyway, so somebody wouldn't see an open port, like, oh my God, you know. I wish it had a tack in it. Oh, there's a little bit of air bubbles. Wish it had a tack in it so I could see what it was actually, what the RPMs actually were. Now, getting a little bubble action. That's cool. Get some of that air out of there. Let's see what she's at. Yeah. Well, he's going to feel bad because I'm adding to his cost. As much as I hate to do it, but you know, when you take my advice and you don't take my advice, you know, when I tell you leave it alone, just tow it home and tow it to Houston, let Meckham handle it, and you don't take that advice, this is what happens. It's sitting at 145 degrees right now. Let's see what my cylinder head looks like. No cast iron. 60 degrees, huh? Let's see what that's at. Yeah. Can't hardly see the screen anymore. Oh, thermostat opened early. Yeah, thermostat opened way early. Yeah, yep. Meckham is picking this car up and shipping it to Houston. They're going to sell it, no reserve. I was looking on the blow-by side because y'all remember when I brought this in, it had a lot of blow-by. I want to see if it looks better now. No, not much. It's not as bad. It's still got some. Not as bad. I guess fresh oil and no leaks probably helped that out. Yeah. How long has he owned it? It's been in my garage longer than he's owned it. So he got the car delivered to him from the auction, at 9:30 at night. So they put it in his driveway for him, and he got in it the next morning to go show it off, and made it 6 miles down the road, and it broke down. Then it came to me. So it's been here, what, 2 weekends now? Whew. Man, this thing is running rich. Turn on a couple fans here. Open a window. Jeez. A little fresh air in here. Well, it's looking good though. What I like to see. There we go. I tell you, I think that intake was 90% of the leak on this thing. We were looking pretty good. I was expecting that timing cover to be leaking bad too, but it's actually, at least on that side, it's done. Yeah, no, we're looking pretty sharp right now. Hey, that's cool. That took care of most of that leak. That's good. That's real good. Jet that carburetor down? Might lean it out a little bit. Let's see. See if I can get it to start trashing. Did not change it one bit. Wow. Yeah, usually when you screw in your fuel mixture screw, the things just start running like crap. It's not. You hear it popping a little. So it straightened out some right there. Choke does not want to stay open. See if I can lock that thing in. Let's turn the air idle in some, see what happens on this side. Yeah. That motor runs smooth. That motor runs really nice. Yes. Yeah. I think it runs really smooth. I wouldn't say what I did was a rebuild. That was like a tailgate, middle of the night with cigarette lighter for light rebuild. I just cleaned the varnish out of it and blew through some ports. But that stupid 600 Holly now is a $500 carburetor. I remember when those damn things were 200 bucks. Little 600 Holly, 4160, not a 4150, a 4160. Now they're 500 and up. They didn't sell them a lemon. They sold them a pile of shit. That is for sure. Rolling 172. Oh, we got the hose. We got flow. Oh, yeah. 150 on the hose. 103 at the lower. We're flowing. It's good. My gun keeps jumping from Fahrenheit to Celsius. All right. Starting to give myself a headache here. Sucks the temperature gauge doesn't work. That's for sure. All right. I'm going to let it sit and cool. Finish burping. We got a little bit of steam going. Let it sit and come back down. Take this off. Call the customer and be like, dude, bring me a blank check. And I'm going to put in there whatever the hell I want. You're going to deal with it. I just couldn't believe how heavy that intake manifold was. Had to take the wheel off. They get the engine crane in deep enough so I could drop that son of a bitch straight down on there. Had to, Ginger Snaps was working the engine hoist for me, just let it down nice and slow for me, and I bloop, straight down. Didn't have to slide or anything. I was worried about those cork gaskets whoop, sliding out, but they stuck and they ain't leaking. So that's cool. So he got a vice grip garage rebuild is what he got, other than the spray paint. I should have spray painted it. Yeah, he asked me about that. Well, how much would it cost to swap it? And I said, you got more problems than just needing to swap this thing right now. But you'd probably, because I doubt they make a motor mount kit for a 59 Galaxy. So you're going to have to fab up mounting. You're going to have to fab up a cross member. Then you're going to have to get a drive shaft made. You know, the time you get it, you can get a turnkey pallet, 15,000, 20,000, depending on what you want. You know, or LS1 or 2 or 3. Or you can coyote swap it. Get your coyote pallet for about 10,500 to 15,000, depending on mileage and such. Or you get a truck motor and just put a truck motor and a 10R in it for about 12. Yeah, you do all kinds of stuff, but you're going to spend some money. Yeah, it's cooling off here. It's getting windy. Getting windy. But it's pretty cool. The old girl's doing good. I like it. Now let me show you the new gimbal here. Oh, Amazon special. So it's a little wobbly. I don't like it for that. It is a little wobbly. It's not so sturdy. It's the one that Shit. Damn it. What's his face was reviewing. So, but it keeps losing me because of the hood. Every time I walk around the hood, it loses me, and then it tries to find me, and it just sits there and starts doing this. It's like, where'd you go? Where'd you go? You got the same one? Yeah. Ooh. It seems to be pretty cool. Once I get something in here without a hood in the way, I like to test it out and see, because it should follow me back and forth to the toolbox and stuff. That way I don't have to keep moving you guys around. When I go, you can, see where I'm at and see what the hell I'm doing. It's a Holden special car? No, it's just a 59 Galaxy. Nothing special about this one, trust me. There you go. Chandra. Turn this fan off while I'm going back here too. Got my flag all wrapped up and everything. It is super windy out here. Turn this off. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I think the mirror spotlights are pretty cool. And they work. It's just, like 3 candle watt. Yeah, like 3 candle watt power. Some of you older guys would know these old halogen bulbs. They ain't worth a hoot. Not in these days. Especially your eyes are used to bright headlights now, because every damn near every car's got bright headlights. You're used to that super bright light. When you turn these little freaking T candle headlights on, you can't see shit. 20 inches of snow and 12 degrees. Good Lord. Get the hell out of there, dude. Get the hell out of there. You don't have to sell. Just keep it. Go up there in the summertime. Holy moly. Snow. Ugh. Now, what do you do about your roof, man? What do you do about your roof or your sheds when you get that much snow? You got to get out there and shovel the stuff off your roof. Oh, yeah. LEDs are definitely the way to go. Yeah. But hey, good time you could go out there and make an igloo. You go out there and make a hell of an igloo right now. Something else I got to do. I got to go get gas for this thing. Galaxy 500. Mm-mm-mm. Raked it, huh? It's interesting. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this gimbal thing again. I'll get you. There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, even when it turns, it's wobbly. Wobbly. Let's see. Oh yeah, it followed me all the way over here, did it? Yeah, let's see if it followed me back around. Sorry, my butt crack's sticking out, y'all. My bad. You know, you've either seen one or you got one. Very interesting. Lid. Let's make sure that's not sitting on anything important. Oh yeah. Plenty of clearance. Plenty of clearance. None too shabby. No leaky poos. Like I say, we're gonna let it sit and cool. Get dead cold again, then I'll come and take the funnel out of it. Nice. All right. Stop gimbal. There you go. Little red light come on. Okay, Dad, I stop. There you go. Chris, what is up? Just wrapped it up, bud. Just wrapped it up. Had to put a fuel pump on it. I don't know if you were in here earlier when I was explaining the whole fuel pump situation. 12 to 20. Jesus, man. That's exactly why I don't want to move up north. Does that one have the glass bowl on the fuel pump? No. No, it's got the filter. It does have a filter. The new one came with pressed-in nipples and not screw-in fittings. So I had to just add some rubber hose, and then the stupid metal line didn't really want to work anymore, so I had to straighten the metal line and kind of bend it to work. But it's looking good. It's looking good. It runs real nice. Runs really nice, surprisingly. Glass bowl. Yeah, I saw some of those when I was looking it up, and I got lucky that there was freaking Advanced Auto Parts out of all places had this fuel pump sitting on the shelf. I couldn't believe it. The only other place that had it was an AutoZone in Tampa, and that was by the map. It was 45 minutes away. But if you've ever been to Florida and you've driven into Tampa, there ain't no 45-minute nothing. So it's more like an hour 45 with moderate traffic, being that it's, you know, peak season for people to be down and going to Disney and all the other places. It just be packed. Yeah, I mean, if you could see it up close, you'd see a lot more of the flaws like I see. But it's a little nitpicky on the body as far as the paint goes. But given the circumstances and the dollar amount, me, like $5,000 car, perfect. You know, body's paint's perfect. Now you say $25,000 car, and I'm picking the hell out of it because there's a lot of little. I don't know if the camera's going to pick them up or not, but yeah, you can see this one. The top of this fender is riddled with those little itty bitty black chips. You can, yeah, there you go. You can see them all now. It's got all those in it, and it's starting to bubble right here. Yeah, you can kind of there you go. You see the bubbles? It's got those little bubbles. Yeah, there you go. You can see them good right there. Those bubbles all over it, and that's what I suspect that those little black pits are from. Is from these little bubbles popping. But there's more of them in the paint. There's some bigger bubbles. I said the floor's gone. The rear quarters are gone. Uh, the chrome is in dire need of being re-chromed or buffed, polished out. The only thing that's hiding the rear quarters is that piece of trim right there. So when we looked into the trunk and you saw the body quarter that was rusted out, that is the panel that's wrapped under that's hiding all that rust. In this, I told the customers here, I said, this wheel cylinder is leaking. That's why the brakes feel like shit. If I take that fender extension off, that fender well extension off, you're not getting it back on because the amount of rust that's in that wheel well. Yeah. It is on. It's been on. Yeah. I had to turn it off. But take spotlights off. I tell you what, dude, I could get you a deal on the entire car, but it ain't gonna be cheap. It ain't gonna be you and me cheap. It's gonna be what he's comfortable with losing is basically what it's gonna be. So is he comfortable losing 15 grand? Is he comfortable losing 10 grand? Who knows? You could probably be like, hey man, I'll give you 10 grand cash, and he'd probably take it. Yeah, they still got the GE lenses on them too, or the bulb, GE bulbs in there. This one's cracked, but Playboy bunny dice in the mirror. I need to wipe all my marks off. I do need to do that. A bunch of likes. Got 28 people watching right now, which is cool. I appreciate everybody watching and such. My little channel. There we go. Now let's see if that thing will follow me around the car this time. It usually loses me in the hood. Let's see. Yep. Oh, there it is. Hey, pal. Welcome to the show. I shall call you number 5. No disassemble. No disassemble. Let me wipe my markings off of these plug wires. Somewhere. There it is. Drag down here. I like to number my plug wires. That way there's no guessing. I don't remember all these firing orders off the top of my head like most people do. You know, Fords are pretty straight away. You know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But when it comes to that damn distributor, 1, 3, 5, 7, whatever the fuck. I don't know. If you've noticed, having a good memory is not my strong suit. Which is upsetting. It's when the people come on, the jackasses come on, and they're like, "You just gotta know what you're doing." Like, and I've done forgotten more than you'll ever know, and I mean it. It's the truth. I've done forgotten a lot about doing shit like this. You know, I remember it as I go along, though. It'll come back to me sometimes. So I think that's it for the old girl. I'm going to clean the spatter off of his windshield from air gun and everything. I'm going to call him and give him a chance. Hey, come pick it up. I am not storing this for you. But I don't know. I don't know what would be a good storage fee for this boat. Because the Mustang can go in the front garage. And then the truck could come. Or, well, no, this would be over here. And then the Trans Am's coming in here. I don't think a Trans Am's coming in today. It might come in tomorrow. And we'll get it up and we'll get the transmission out and get everything unhooked from it. And start on that. Like I said, the wife wants to just video the whole process with her car. She doesn't want me to do a live stream, so we'll work on it. And then once we're done for the day, I'll go live and hang out and just talk and tell people what's going on and show you guys stuff. But she doesn't want to go live while we're doing it. She just wants to work on it, which is fine for me. I don't really care. So we're going to video it. I'll probably use my tablet and my phone, and she's going to use her phone as well. And we'll do a hodgepodge of everything and try to make a good long form video out of it. Because I've got to do a lot of wiring stuff as well, which is reverse lights, neutral safety, and the hatch has to be tapped into the neutral safety so that the hatch will work with the button. Because the hatch has to see park in order to open. So if it doesn't see park anymore, it's got to see neutral. So we got to do all that and figure out all those wires and such. She's already got the tune to get rid of the automatic transmission stuff. So we'll get that all back together. But she's gonna go 6-speed T56 Magnum. She got a dual mass clutch and everything, which is cool. Hey Gary, what's up, man? Yeah, not 25 good. That's for dang sure. Like I said, he'll probably take 10 and cut his losses. Anybody's welcome to buy it before it goes to Houston. Oh yeah? Builds her own blocks and heads. Well, that's cool. That's very cool. Everybody, I'm going to jump off. I'm done for the day. I'm going to call a customer and tell him he can arrange for pickup, or he can give me $200 a month for storage. And we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it does. This is the one that, Jesus, why can't I remember his channel right now? Dang it. Oh my God. My memory ain't worth this shit sometimes. Anyway, one of the guys I follow, and everybody here follows, was doing the review on it. And I was like, you know what? For $35, I'll take a chance. It does follow you around pretty good. It loses me in the hood, though, and then it gets lost, and it just starts panning right to left looking for me. So y'all have a good day, man. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I may check in with you tomorrow and see if we got the Trans Am on the lift. Take it easy, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.